Hey everyone, Kyle Arsenault with The Athletic Way in Bedford, New Hampshire. And today I just want to go through a really quick and simple series to help you if you're experiencing knee pain. And specifically knee pain above the knee itself or below the knee itself, okay? When we talk about above, we're talking about the quadricep tendon, okay? And when we talk about below, we're usually talking about that patella tendon, okay? And a lot of times we have pain or discomfort in those areas because our tissue above that area is a little bit too stiff and or possibly short. Okay, so how do we address that? Number one, we want to do a couple of soft tissue modalities, and then we want to figure out if we can get into a little bit more of an extensibility or stretching piece after that. Okay, so I have 3 different tools, and this is kind of the best that we've seen in order to just reinforce that soft tissue kind of down regulation of the soft tissue and the musculature itself. Okay, so first we start with a foam roller. Okay, kind of our basic hip flexor and quad roll. So just below the hip, and I like to go just about halfway down the front of that quad. So taking a little bit more of that hip flexor. Okay, if you find a spot, we can do a little pin and stretch, kind of floss right through that. So find that spot, go through a little bit of knee flexion extension. There, okay, and then you continue, and you go right down just above that knee. Okay, same thing, slow control actions here. If you find a spot, again, a little pin and stretch. Or from there. Okay, I would do that on both sides, okay, so both legs. Then I would get a little more specific with a tiger tail, any kind of massage stick, okay, whatever you prefer. I like the tiger tail, okay. This guy, you want a little bit of tension on the tissue, so from a half kneeling position, going from there, and again, you can find kind of that hot spot, working through there. If it's a pretty specific point, you can work through that. Again, this is a little bit better as we approach kind of the superior side of that knee, right above that kneecap. Okay, so you can work in there and find those spots, work through that tissue. Okay, and then lastly, we can get even a little more specific. This is a stainless steel tool. You can get them on Amazon. Grassen's kind of the name brand, but these are some off-brand, but they work just as fine. Cutting different angles on this, okay? And you take that, and again, right above the knee, you start to work just some small strokes and working through that tendon. Okay, and again, the beauty of this kind of tool, there are different angles, so you can turn it over. It's a little bit different angle on there and work through that. So again, if you have one side that's a little more bothersome, you can do that sequence. So foam rolling into a little more specificity with the tiger tail, and even a little more specific and superficial, so to speak, with the Grassen or soft tissue kind of metal tool here, okay? From there, once you have detoned the tissue a little bit, we go into our stretch, okay? So the half kneeling stretch, the biggest mistakes we see with this one is we try to push further into the stretch, meaning that we just go into an anterior kind of glide at the hip, and we arch that back, and we think we're stretching more. We don't want to do that. The big thing, get that core on, so hip and rib cage connected, stay tight. Squeeze the glute of that down side, and then if I can just push forward, imagine an arrow on my hip, I'm just trying to push forward just slightly. I feel a pretty good stretch right to the front of that hip flexor and down that quad. Okay. If that is not your issue, say you don't have a real stiff hip flexor or quad, and you want to get even a little bit more, you can actually go into a wall position. So same kind of position. That foot though, that is down the knee, the pad, is going to be up on the wall. Okay, so the foot is behind me, up on the wall. Same concept here, core first, squeeze that glute, press down, and push forward, and now we have even a bigger stretch. And the muscle that runs through that, it's called the rectus femoris muscle, runs all the way down, crosses the hip joint, crosses the knee, and that's why we get a little bit more of a stretch when that foot comes up behind us. Okay, so if you're experiencing any knee pain, again, usually right above the knee or below the knee, usually with our squats, our lunges, running, any kind of that stuff, usually because our quads are real stiff and they're having to play on that patella. Okay, try this out. The foam roller, the tiger tail or other massage stick, and then the soft tissue tool, the metal tool, going into your hip flexor stretch a couple times a day, and hopefully you'll see that pain start to decrease, and you can have more fun in the weight room and all the other stuff that you're doing without that knee pain or aggravation.